Welcome to Robot Co-op. I am joined by my man Benjamin Pickles.
What up? Deal with it.
And my little robot friend, Mr. JC Flavor Scam, or Johnny Cylon for you who is new.
What's up? Squeeze me.
Oh, I'll squeeze you later, brother.
Give me a hug.
We are going to talk about the Sonic movie. This is our official Sonic movie review.
Okay.
Yeah, and before we get into it, I got to start doing this thing. This is fun. There's going to be a little thing that pops up in the lower left-hand corner of the screen. Please subscribe if you're enjoying the content and you would like us to stay here on the YouTubes.
Please do this. It's the only way we can oil Johnny Cylon.
Oh, please. Just stick him out on the corner. Look at him. He needs oil.
Yeah, I can't move too well.
But for real, though, the numbers tell us that most of you to watch ain't subscribed, and that is a big
Why
bummer.
ain't you subscribed?
Come on. It makes it easier for everybody.
Don't ask them. Tell them. You better do it.
It's good for both of us.
Yeah, because
Cylon's not telling. Asking us do it.
pretty soon I'm going to be oily.
Oh, do it.
Ooh.
Do the oil.
Yeah.
So, I guess before we dig into the meat here, that's another thing we have in the lower left-hand corner now. Meat. Just a giant. Can we get just a giant gross hamburger in the lower left-hand corner?
Yeah, that looks pretty good.
Ham.
Thank you, editing right now. There is now a counter in the lower left-hand part of the screen that tells you when we actually start talking about what we're supposed to be talking about. If you wanted to skip to that, so that's it. Why would you miss all of the introductory banter? So we are going to talk about the Sonic movie, but we're going to talk a little bit about the redesign up top.
This haunts my nightmares.
There's certain like stills of it where it's like, yeah, okay, I guess, and then there's ones like that with the human teeth. You're like, no.
Make his teeth bigger and his nostrils wider.
Yeah, I don't know how this.
So like the one on the right, it reminds me of the first time I opened up a Playboy and saw a naked lady.
Wow.
And I had to I don't understand what's happening. Is she hurt?
Oh, God.
And then the one on the left is when I was a teenager and I realized, nah, this is fine.
Okay.
I get this.
Interesting take, Pickles. We should get a psychiatrist in here immediately.
I'm not wrong.
Like the one on the left is holding a wedding ring or an engagement ring and a stick of beef jerky.
Oh, he wants to marry the jerky.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously.
Chocolate tidbits.
God, and the I think the hands on the original model were supposed to not have the cartoon gloves. Those were supposed to be his real hands, I guess. Yeah,
he looks like okay. Looks like
I don't know.
He looks like a weird Dr. Seuss character.
Yeah. Oh, it's very Dr. Seuss real life.
Kind of looks like Benedict Cumberbatch had sex with Sonic, and that's what happened.
Sure.
So he was gonna play Sonic first.
Benedict Cumberbatch was originally casted to play Sonic.
I knew it. Stephen Moffat's in everything.
Oh my goddamn! Right off the top here, I want to give big props to Jeff Fowler, the director of Sonic, for listening to the fans and getting this corrected.
Jeff.
They didn't start going like, oh, you're all racist and you hate women because you don't like our Nightmare Sonic. They were just like, oh, yeah, our bad. We were working in a vacuum, I guess. We'll fix it. And
they popped out this little baby.
They popped out this baby. Sadly, though, I think the animation studio that fixed it went out of business.
Why?
I don't exactly know. I'm sure this had some impact.
Because that creature on the right killed them.
Oh, he ate them all.
Picked their bones clean.
He ate all of their
with
paychecks.
those horrifying teeth.
Yep. So very cool that they listened to the fans. This has been the era of no, you take the diarrhea in your mouth and you like it, fan.
Melissa McCarthy is funny.
Yeah. She falls down and she's portly. That's funny.
Do you get it?
It's funny when portly people fall down on their portliness. Movies are terrible.
They are.
They're just bad.
Why can't movies be? Why does it have to be a thing? Just be fun. Why can't you be fun?
No,
again?
everything must now be a 90-minute lecture. Anyway, that'll lead us into the first thing we'll talk about.
That's what people want to do, right? Just go out in the world and be lectured at.
It's working out super good. So, we'll get a little bit of fun poison here at the top, but we'll just remind us at the end of the video how nice it was to see this movie. So, this is going on Twitter. Now, Birds of Prey did not do very well. It's a gigantic flop. It's the worst DC EU opening ever.
It's a DC movie?
Yep.
It's a gigantic flop?
1 out of 10. No birds.
No bird.
Disappoint.
No, in fact, Birds of Prey is such a bomb, it has set movie history, and that it is the only movie to change its name in its theatrical run. Other movies have changed it when they come out on Blu-ray and DVD, like Ghostbusters. They became Ghostbusters Answer the Call.
Okay.
Because they were like, Birds of Prey. Let's see, what was the original title? The original title was Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. Now it's just Harley Quinn, the name you know, Birds of Prey.
I like the first one.
To try and save it. Now,
Bird watching with the Joker's girlfriend.
So we're going to read some funny Birds of Prey / Sonic tweets here. Bear in mind, while you're looking at these tweets, Sonic was not out in theaters, so it was impossible for any of these people to have seen Sonic. Here we go. So, Florence Pugs Oscar. I took my husband and 2 sons to go see Sonic movie and was appalled to hear homophobic slurs used throughout the movie. Luckily, Birds of Prey was showing in the next room and my family had a much better experience.
What?
At that hard R-rated movie where Harley Quinn snorts coke.
What?
This is a real thing. Barons says, I can't believe they managed to ruin a childhood hero with Sonic movie. The way they portrait the character is completely different from what we know and love. I suggest you all watch Birds of Prey, an awesome movie with well-known characters where things are done right.
Yeah, whatever. Not fooling anyone.
Dude,
you fooled 2 boomers.
Hold on. The Sonic that we know and love, what do you know? He collects rings and runs fast.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what he does.
I just love it when people get things and move quickly.
Pickles, why don't you take this top one? And it'll sound a little, you're not suffering from deja vu.
Ulysses says, I took my husband and 2 sons to go see #Sonic movie and was appalled to hear
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Is it the same one?
It is. It's copy pasta.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Now, I've looked at some of these accounts that have been doing this. They're not bots because you go look at their tweet history and it's like, no, they're responding to people and shit. So, this is just a weird ass
pile of shit.
Cringy grassroots campaign from Birds of Prey fans to try to cancel the Sonic movie.
What is this?
This is Twitter. Okay,
wow.
Cylon, you want to take that second tweet there?
From Harley Quinn's gay best friend.
From Harley Quinn's gay best friend.
At Cancer Tings.
At Cancer Tings. Well, we are deep in the heart of Twitter right now.
All right. Okay. I was a victim of a horrible hate crime while in the theater watching Sonic movie, where these white men called me a and spit on me. Going to see Birds of Prey made me feel safe to go see movies again. What, dude? Come on. Just shut up. Just shut up.
Okay, and Baylor.
I mean, what is who?
This was a room of people who were employed by the studio to be like, go ahead, this is marketing.
Oh, I don't think these people are employed by anyone.
Oh, someone.
These people are eating top ramen.
Someone was giving them money.
These people live in an apartment with 30 other people, and they all share one packet of top ramen. Since my kids walked out mid-screening of Sonic movie without me, great parenting, I went to go look for them. How did your children sneak away, Baylor?
How did you know?
Perhaps it is your scowling cartoon face. I went to go look for them. I found them in the Birds of Prey screening instead. Kids love Birds of Prey with the hyper-violence and the genital torture and the F-bombs and the, yeah.
I mean, yeah, main character is the girlfriend of a terrorist.
That's what she is.
A domestic terrorist.
A domestic terrorist.
Yeah.
That word's going to come up again when we talk about the Sonic movie at long last. Last one, I went to watch Sonic movie with my little brother, and there were a few really racist and homophobic scenes.
Like what?
No, we don't need to give any information on that. That spreads hate.
Yeah, just give me some loose, vague information that will confuse me and make me angry.
Yeah, well, that's Twitter, confusion and anger. So because of that, we walked out and went to see Birds of Prey, and we loved it. My brother said that we should all be gay and do crime.
What?
Whatever you do, do not watch Sonic movie.
Why?
And be gay and do crime.
Yeah, crime. You gay man. Oh, boy.
There's no crime like gay crime.
Oh, I just had a brilliant idea.
Gay crime?
No. No, we will not be committing any gay crimes.
Damn it.
Chat challenge.
In the comments, Coggers, come up with your own cringy cancel Sonic tweets.
Such as?
Even though it's impossible for us to have seen it yet, the Sonic movie gave my entire family stage 4 cancer AIDS.
Wow.
But don't worry, the Birds of Prey safe space full of hyper-violence and drug use cured it.
Wow.
Cocaine cures everything.
A white supremacist at the Sonic movie gave my husband necrotizing fasciitis.
Whoa.
But sucking on unicorn horns at the Birds of Prey screening has him on the road to recovery.
Yay! Gay crimes.
Gay crimes.
Oh, boy.
Gay crimes.
Yeah, I tried to enjoy the Sonic movie, but I got jumped by a gang of angry men, and they beat me with hot dogs. It's not my fault.
I am so embarrassed to be a human. I would rather be whatever this is.
Yeah, hey, you know what?
A blue alien.
They don't have Twitter on Sonic's planet.
I don't feel the shame that you do.
No. So Birds of Prey is just
It's not about owls. We're clear.
It's not about, although there is an owl in Sonic, mild spoiler. It's not about owls. That was the thing, man. They were confused on the marketing. I mean, you had Ewan McGregor running around in interviews for a solid year going, "Time's up, man. Men are canceled. Go see Birds of Prey." And you're like, dude.
Just be Obi-Wan. Okay?
Yeah,
All we want you to do is just do that and do the movie, and you can put a cap on your career and do sad movies
I
again.
usually like me some Ewan McGregs. But what are you doing there?
You know, I don't ever, but I approach starting to feel bad for celebrities because it's probably him reading the crap that his publicist wrote on his hand, and he's like, "I say this, and then the monies continue."
10 minutes before that, the agent saying no, just say it. The culture totally supports you, man. You got women right on your side there, buddy.
Yeah, there's I think there's a super cut because there's so many interviews where he just verbatim said the same shit about Birds of Prey, and he was just like, misogyny's bad. And I'm like, yeah, it sure is. I don't want to go watch 90 minutes about how I'm one.
Misogyny bad, cocaine good.
I took my misogynistic ass to go see Little Women, and I loved it.
Aw, that's so sweet.
The remake, right?
The remake that just came out.
The remake from the one from the 90s?
No, yeah, the 7th freaking Little Women.
Not the Winona Ryder.
No, I've never seen that one. I'm really glad they redesigned all of the CG in Little Women, though. They looked terrifying before.
They did. Oh, God. The redesign? They actually look like Little Women now.
Yeah.
Weird.
I've heard Birds of Prey is actually okay.
That's what I heard, too.
It's not super full of girls rule, boys drool stuff. Maybe give Birds of Prey a chance. I don't know. I'm not, because I don't want to reward marketing.
Pray for birds.
Pray for Birds of Prey. I'm not going to go see it in the theater. I don't want to reward marketing like that.
No. Nor should you.
No. You know what's so great to see, though?
What?
Class act Gal Gadot or Gal Gadot. I don't want to listen to the fight over that. She's in interviews, and you have shit-heeled journalists going trying to get her to say something shitty and divisive.
Aren't men stupid?
And she's just like, no, I want everyone to come see Wonder Woman. It's for everybody. And they're like, meh.
It's a wonder, and I'm a woman. That's all that matters. Jesus.
Yeah, and it's so great too because she actually she wagged her finger at an interviewer because she was like, trying to get her to say something stupid they could turn into clickbait, and she was just like, no, I want everyone to come see Wonder Woman.
But I gotta tell you, it's not just for the girls.
Yeah.
So go see Wonder Woman 1984. I'm going to go see it.
Yeah, have fun.
So Birds of Prey fans are out to cancel Sonic, and so are the critics. Although they haven't succeeded yet. It hasn't fallen to a rotten rating. And we'll talk real quick about how utterly irrelevant and untrustworthy Rotten Tomatoes is. Over the last few years, they have bent all kinds of rules, deleted all kinds of reviews. Rotten Tomatoes is owned by Fandango. The Fandango CEO is a former Disney bigwig. I'll just leave that there. They basically said, hey, it's totally cool for certified critics to review bomb a movie like what's happening with Sonic. But if Users do it one way or the other, positive or negative. No. Actually, if it's a positive rating, they'll let people review bomb. If it's negative, you're out of here. And get this, 1-star reviews are no longer counted in the score. If you better give Cats at least 2 or 3 stars.
No. Why would you do that? Like, Cats is it's Cocaine the movie.
Cocaine the movie.
The Broadway musical was like Andrew Lloyd Webber's like, let's just do coke, and then whatever happens.
I do want to watch Cats ironically at some point. So critics are not just butt salty that they listen to the fans and change the design. They are butt blasted.
Wow.
If you go and read almost any negative review, they spend most of the time harping on like, this sets a dangerous precedent for
fun.
This sets a dangerous precedent for film studios listening to fans.
Yeah,
My God.
it's about loyalty, you bitches.
Listening to the people that made Sonic popular enough to get a movie in the first place.
Yeah, I work for Vice News, and what I learned with my very tenured marketing career is that everything you do is wrong.
What I learned with my marketing career is how to say I'm completely out of touch with other humans. Critics are mad that fans were listened to. They also did the same thing happened with Rise of Skywalker. So many critical reviews were like, they rolled back The Last Jedi a lot and they listened to the fans. Brrr. And a lot of these critics are the same critics that were giving Birds of Prey glowing reviews. And a lot of these same critics are the same critics that were being lovely human sunbeams, frothing at the mouth for someone to go and shoot up a screening of Joker so that they could be proven correct and have clickbait headlines for years. I guess we'll, for the first half of this, now we're going to actually talk about the Sonic movie itself and what we thought of it.
Yeah.
So for the first half of this, I guess we'll keep it spoiler free.
Okay.
And then we'll put up a big spooky warning. Like that one.
Not for you.
Not for you. Stay home.
Yeah.
This spoiler, stay home if you got a dirty peen in your
If
pants.
you're straight and committing no crimes. This is
Even if you're straight committing no crimes and you love all people equally. So first half of this, no spoilers. Pickles, what did you think of Sonic the Hedgehog, the motion picture?
okay. Liked it a lot more than I thought I was going to like it.
That's the general word on the street.
It was actually very, very enjoyable.
Low expectations.
low expectations. The writing's surprisingly good.
There
were
are some clever jokes.
really clever. Like there was some good back and forth dialogue. Like
Dialogue's good.
But also like the movie was hyper aware of itself, which I appreciate.
Good.
I appreciate.
You
like
need to be.
there were some weird non sequitur moments of like, okay, well, here's this weird thing. I don't know where it was aware that it was a cartoon and it was okay with that. And I think the audience received that too. And like, okay, we know, we agree it is absurd. You agree it is absurd.
Yeah, we're in this absurdity together. Because like my brain will go like, why's he got like cartoon gloves like Mickey Mouse and no one says nothing about that?
Right.
Why's it gotta be like that?
Exactly. So, like,
But they just don't. It's fine.
My only complaint with it truly is like there is an overwhelming amount of marketing and product placement in this movie.
They had to pay for that redesign somehow.
Dude, legit, they spent like
It is distracting.
60 seconds of screen time talking about the fucking Olive Garden.
Olive Garden has got its greasy, breadsticky fingers all over this movie.
SAG members who receive money to be entertaining talked about the Olive Garden for like a minute.
I
on
mean,
screen.
once it goes past 20 seconds, it's kind of hilarious.
And like I didn't notice it, Pickles, because like you leaned over and you're like, the product placement's kind of out of control. And I was like, I haven't really noticed anything. And then like you took my innocence away.
did.
I was like, oh,
Yep.
Ford logo, oh, Starbucks, oh no.
Nike.
Circus Peanuts, Nike.
Circus
There's a CBS sign from like it was an unusual long shot that was like, why did you have to have the CBS sign in there? You could have picked any other corner in San Francisco.
Catch that one. And like I'm pretty forgiving of some of that, like because in some instances it's not even necessarily product placement. It's like there was a Coke vending machine there, and we don't want to pay several $1,000s to have our CG guy get rid of the logo.
Right.
But there were a lot of instances of like, it's coming at you with the product placement.
I mean, like, I can agree that that's okay because, like, if something had to pay for the new designs, and if they had to team up with Nike and the Olive Garden to do it, great. We've all agreed. We're under the social contract. It's weird and stupid, and let's just enjoy it regardless. So
Right.
I would say I'm going to give it after discourse. I'm going to give it a 65-70%.
Okay, that's
out of
fair.
100.
All right, Silo, what you think, man?
Hello.
Yeah.
He sounds like he's gonna be mad.
No, I'm not mad. I mean, like, without Jim Carrey's Dr. Robotnik in there, I think, like, Sonic and Cyclops, like, their chemistry and
We gotta stop calling him Cyclops.
No, he's Cyclops now.
Cyclops, dude. Cyclops Marsden.
Oh, James Marsden, that's it.
Right. So
There he is. There he is, James Marsden.
Jim Cyclops.
Jim Cyclops.
Oh, and Ben Schwartz was the voice of Sonic.
yeah. Sorry to cut you off, Silent. Got to say, voice acting for Sonic, perfect from Ben Schwartz, also known as John Ralphio from Parks and Rec.
Oh yeah.
That would have been cool if Sonic did a little bit of that.
Oh yeah.
Your review, Silent, continue.
Without Jim Carrey, it barely passes.
Drops a letter grade
Yeah,
for you.
it's
huh?
just tolerable
He was
without Jim Carrey.
fantastic.
With Dr. Robotnik's Jim Carrey, fantastic. I'll go ahead and say he made it enjoyable for me. I'll give it an 80% with Jim Carrey.
Wow, that's very generous.
Yeah,
That's
let's
a
take it.
full
I'm gonna
recommend.
say it tempers between 59 and 60% without
Okay.
him in the film.
Do you feel
Which
like they took the reins off him and just said, like,
I think Jeff Fowler just said, "Go, Jim."
Yeah, dude, and it was great.
Yeah, he was full '90s Jim Carrey, and like, you know what? I was like, why are you gonna cast Skinny Beanpole Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik? I mean, the guy's name's Eggman, or his nickname's
Eggman.
Eggman. Oh god. But you know what? And I mean, he doesn't look the part, but they do the best to make him look the part. And mild spoiler, this has been out there. He does end up looking quite a damn bit like Robotnik
by
the end of the movie.
hilarious happenstance.
But, yeah, that's true. So Silent gives an would you say 80?
Yeah,
I'd say it's almost an F. It's a D- without Jim Carrey.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought Sonic was. I think Sonic counted for more than that. I like
think
Sonic a lot.
like the writing's good, like the jokes that they threw in, because it's appropriate for all ages, and they throw you a couple bones that
Yeah.
are like, oh, okay,
They tried
that's
to-
for
we
me.
know you adults are sitting through this. Here's a little dirty joke
right
for you.
yeah, they give you rewards along the way, which is
The
good.
like child kidnapping joke.
No, there were moments where, like, I legit laughed. Like, oh my god,
It
that's
is.
amazing.
It is. I have to. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and think it was probably like, it's not played right opposite each other to get a laugh, but it's just the fact that like there's the phrase domestic terrorism in the Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
Yeah.
Like I was sitting in the theater, like I started laughing about that.
It's funny, dude. It's like, yeah, because they're like the government's after a hamster, and then suddenly like the FBI's, marching through the woods with AK-47s, like calling in the
guns and
helicopters.
shit, dude. Like if I had read the script for this, I would have started going like, God damn it,
Wait a
quite a few times. But
But it worked.
You're right, it did.
I didn't expect to be so reminded of the Sonic live-action fan film that was made several years ago, starring I want to say Angry Video Game Nerd James Rolfe is in it. The Nostalgia Critic is in it with no speaking lines. It's a very similar premise to that fan film that came out a few years ago that Jaleel White actually voiced Sonic in. Go look it up. We'll
Well,
put
how
a link.
about that?
Well, how about that?
But I think they owe Cylon money. They owe him some royalties because there was like 2 scenes of
Oh, we forgot. Yeah,
Yeah,
there
you
was
stole my shit, dude.
Sonic gets a little hurt at one point, and then James Cyclops goes, "Oh no!"
Yeah.
just like that.
Yeah, cough it up, bro.
Yep, let's go.
That's copywritten. That's
you owe an adorable little robot man from the future some royalties.
Yeah, dude.
All right, Rick, what's your take?
I liked it. I really what really got to me, like I decided probably 15 minutes in that I was on board. They really do a good job of making you feel sorry for Sonic because he does lead a very like lonely life at the beginning of this movie. And I was like, you know what, man, like the voice acting is phenomenal. The character looks great. He looks like Sonic. He looks very cute. I was like, I care about him, which is very hard to do with a CG character.
Yep.
And just the loneliness like he was feeling at the beginning, I was like, dude, I was a lonely teenager. I wasn't watching cute couples watch movies through windows.
That was
It's a little creepy.
That was slightly
He
creepy.
doesn't know any better.
It was tugging. It was tugging on the heartstrings.
It was. I was like, I didn't get teary-eyed like I did in Little Women with my misogyny.
Well, if Joe had been from a different planet and very fast,
Oh, yeah.
Fast Joe, that
Fast Joe.
hedgehog.
I wrote a book about women.
They're
Just
tiny women.
Tiny women.
To make the women that small, it took so much
Took
CGI.
so much technology.
It's just me in a wig.
Little Cylon.
I'll never marry you, Lori.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
See you later.
Let's see what else. So I loved Sonic. I thought Sonic was he was Sonic. They got the personality right, which is a big deal. I never like the trope of let's pluck the video game character and put him into our world. I never like that. There's a Mega Man OVA called Upon a Star where it's like, oh, little Bill is playing Mega Man's, but it didn't use the right surge protector. Now Mega Man and Rush are in our world.
Oh my God.
I'm always like, ugh.
Dude, I'm with you there. I don't like when they reference pop culture, but ignore like this, like the one thing that it's about. Like,
Yeah.
Sonic makes an Obi-Wan Kenobi joke, and like, so Star Wars is in this universe, but clearly not Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
Like, they grew up playing it. I just think it'd be cooler if they were like, I think it'd be cooler if they were like, oh, you're from the video game. I know you, but you're real.
Read this newspaper article. Read these movie reviews.
That would be worse in my opinion. Like it does seem like it's a world where like Sega Genesis and Sega was probably a thing, but there were just no Sonic games.
No, it was
which is a
something
very
different.
sad world.
Yeah, it's very sad. Like, I grew up playing Super Mario Bros. Barney with a hedgehog.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like, it seemed almost like Sega was setting up a Sega cinematic universe at the beginning of this.
No, dude, I seriously leaned over to Rick when that happened in their opening credits and told him how scared I was.
We held hands for a little bit.
We did.
I was like, it'll be okay, Pickles. This movie's not going to make enough money for the Sega cinematic universe, but I do hope it makes enough for a sequel.
We're not going to get Altered Beasts.
We're not going to get Altered Beasts.
Starring Lorenzo Lamas.
I was pretty down on the casting. Like, I love Jim Carrey, but I was like, has Dr. Robotnik, man, they get Dr. Phil. He looks more the part.
Just be himself.
But he does kind of crush it.
He smashes it, dude.
It was fun to watch him just be unleashed.
Yeah.
Sonic Unleashed. It was nice to see him. I really feel like the director was just like, go do your thing, Jim. Whatever you want to do, buddy. And there's some lines in here that feel like improv. He does tons of physical comedy, and he's 60, dude.
Yeah, dude.
He nails it.
He does a great job. Like say whatever you want about I feel the casting's a little bizarre. No.
Too happy for that.
Too happy for this. Sonic was here. But as the actor given that role, he goes 150% and leans into it. There's a lot of very funny Robotnik stuff. There's a lot of funny stuff with him.
Oh, yeah.
And his assistant, what was his assistant's name?
Agent Stone.
Oh, that's why later with
Because, yep. And then he does the thing.
That would have been cool if the assistant's name was Snively, which was the name of his assistant in some of the cartoons.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was a bit of a Sonic nerd back in the day.
Oh, shit.
Boy. I did read the Archie comics and all that. I'm going to give Sonic the Hedgehog like a 75 to an 80.
Ooh.
Like you can take your kids to this. It's not wagging its finger at you or talking down to you. There aren't like weird, cringy political things in it.
Yep.
It's just like if you told me it was written in the 90s and then put on ice and then they were like, the technology isn't ready yet for Sonic. We have to wait till 2020. If you told me that, I would believe you. It does. It has there's a lot of 90s in this, and
there was that one scene though when they first got into San Francisco and he saw a couple of guys who I think were married, and Cyclops and Sonic just beat the snot out of him with big red.
It was worse than the scene from It.
I know, like
they didn't explain it. There was no setup. It was just so brutal and violent. My kids are never going to be the same.
And there was like 10 white guys in the theater going, "Yeah, take that!"
I know, they picked my little body up and tossed me down the stairs.
And that's why I'm gonna go see Birds of Prey.
Oh well, I mean, Robotnik kind of looks like Lil Bay's got strange mustache.
Okay. So.
Righty then.
All Reiki then?
All right.
Oh no.
By the way, go watch Jojo Rabbit. It's very good.
It's amazing.
It's a very good movie. I guess we're gonna get into spoiler talk now.
Go away, normies.
It's not for you.
Straighties, get out of there.
It's for the kids. This Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sonic spoilers. There's 82 grams of sugar in a cherry limeade, and the tater tots contain 16 grams of fat.
Oh no!
Per serving. Sonic spoilers.
Oh,
Get it?
Yeah, with all the product placement in the movie, why no Sonic Drive-In product placement? Missed opportunity. So Tails shows up at the mid-credits sequence or something. Tails shows up. Tails looks great.
First draft, nailed it.
Probably, although I do wonder if Tails looks similarly like terrifying at the beginning too. Jim Carrey does end up looking more like Robotnik at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Bad guys at the top of the movie that we don't see again were straight up echidnas. So I'm thinking we'll get Knuckles if there's a sequel.
That's gonna be tough. I love Knuckles.
Dude, Knuckles is very. They gotta get Knuckles right. I actually can't wait to see. Like, I didn't like how detailed like all the hair on him was, and I still like go back and forth on it. It looks much better, but I kind of am curious to see what Knuckles will look like with this like hyper realistic ish. Like the texture's hyper realistic. Obviously, the body's not. God, what are we looking at?
Well, let's see how Call of the Wild does, and that'll determine.
Call of the Wild. This was the first poster that everyone saw. The view from Sonic's little speedster. Yeah.
It doesn't help that there's like a mysterious ectoplasm shooting out of the middle.
No, I didn't even think about that. That's his speed lines, man.
This is totally homophobic. He's just spraying his masculinity all over San Francisco.
My kids will never be the same. We're gonna go see the Joker's terrorist girlfriend instead.
Hashtag gay crimes.
That's another reason Birds of Prey bombed. Like, the primary fan base is for Harley Quinn or little girls. And they can't go see an R-rated movie where Harley is like
terrorists.
Snorting. Yeah. And she's like snorting coke in the trailer. Who's this movie for?
Jared Leto.
Little girls that want to become terrorists.
Damn it.
I saw the saddest shit the other day. Somebody was like, my 8-year-old said I want to be a pole dancer like Harley Quinn. And I was like, no! Because Harley Quinn for me is like childhood stuff. I really like Harley from the animated series.
Right.
And I'm on board with her ditching Joker. He's a piece of shit. Sure. I'm all on board for that. But like, I first time I started to notice her getting like hypersexualized, I think it was one of the Arkham games. And I was like, ew. That's like I'm seeing my mom's wearing a thong. I don't like that. No. Because okay, so there's a scene in the movie where he straight up does the Quicksilver gag from X-Men, whatever the hell it was.
Time stops.
And he sets up a bunch of gags to go off at the same time while everybody's kind of frozen because he's so fast.
Yeah,
it is straight up the Quicksilver thing.
It's been done.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if, and like my heart goes out to the writer if this is the case, I wonder if they wrote that before the X-Men movie.
That movie came out about 7 years ago, so
it's been that long.
I'm serious, dude.
But writing happens well in advance of green lighting, so
yeah, that could have been like, and I'm like, oh, and then you're gonna have to listen to all the people go like, they ripped up the Quicksilver scene. I'm like,
okay,
they may not have, man.
But you know what wasn't in X-Men though?
What?
Quicksilver didn't eat 3 chili dogs and then fart during that.
Sonic did fart.
He did.
Spoiler: Sonic farts.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, product placement's kind of out of control.
It's insane.
It's pretty okay, this is a spoiler for sure. At the end of the movie, they kind of offer Cyclops and his girlfriend hush money, and it's an envelope, and it's a freaking Olive Garden gift card.
It's a $50
for like $50.
And it's, a government official is at his house and says like, the never-ending pasta is insane. It never ends. Like, okay, have you eaten anything from the Olive Garden?
And like,
it's frozen.
If you divorce yourself from the product placement and say, okay, the government, like a colonel's handing a gift card to a restaurant and then talking about how good the restaurant is, that's funny. But then like the gross like product placement-iness of it kind of goes, and then the couple then goes on to talk about Olive Garden for another couple seconds, and you're like, okay, guys.
It would have been funnier if it was like some secret government lockbox where you had to like punch in a bunch of codes.
Yeah, they could have made it
pops open. There's fog, and then it's just the crappy little gift card.
Yeah, it was a funny joke.
A job well done, Cyclops.
So product placement. really my only major gripe with it. Everyone's going like, it's paced poorly. I'm like, it's paced fine. The story flows fine.
It's a kids movie pacing.
It is,
It's
and
done
that's
in
fine.
an appropriate amount of time.
Well, what did you think of the pacing, Cylon?
The beginning was a bit rushed, but I know
You think
just
so?
have to-
Yeah, the stuff with the mom.
We have to
Right.
establish the big mama, the owl from The Fox and the Hound,
Yep.
Disney's Fox and the Hound.
Very true.
I don't know why she was there.
She's
but-
canon now.
yeah, the pacing. Yeah, well, they have
I've
to
never
establish it.
Yeah, I've never
Long
seen that
Claw.
character in a Sonic game.
Long Claw.
Longclaw. Sonic has an owl mom named Longclaw. We always have to do that trope too of like, we don't know where his real parents came from.
Long claw. Yeah, I
That is such a Japanese protagonist thing. Like the parents are never around.
No.
I really wanted Miles and Sonic to be already established. I'm
Yeah.
a bit worried about how they're gonna handle that, but whatever.
Yeah, I hope to God they get a sequel. I want to see Tails and Sonic go on adventures. And that's always confusing too, because like I'm with you, Cylon. I would prefer if like maybe Sonic was already pals with Tails and they got separated as kids. That would be cool.
Yeah.
But then there's like this is cinematic universe Sonic and Tails. There's also like IDW comics Sonic and Tails. There's Archie comics Sonic and Tails.
You know
There's
what?
cartoon Sonic. Like
You know, you're making me tired. I'm gonna go ahead and say this now.
Yeah.
It doesn't need a sequel, so maybe just don't. Like, cause it is
I don't
good.
know. I'd like to see a sequel.
Yeah, dude, just don't smash it into the ground. Like, I don't know.
Wait, yeah, I feel like
God, it's terrible. It's a teeth.
there's no dissolve to that one for some reason.
How much can you milk the story, though?
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have like, there's got to be what's the new conflict? I mean, Tails could. Oh, hey, no, you know what you do? You just take the play out of the book of the actual Sonic the Hedgehog 2 video game and just bring back Robotnik, and he starts building the Death Egg. The Star Wars jokes will write themselves. But I would like to see a sequel. I would say that. It doesn't need one, of course. It doesn't. There didn't need to be a Sonic movie in the first place.
There didn't need to be a Ghostbusters sequel. I'm just going to say that.
There sure did
Ghostbusters
it.
2 wasn't needed.
Look,
No.
humans don't need to wear clothes, but like society is better
Well,
with it.
I mean, if you're going like about a fighter jet, clothes are a good idea.
Listen, guys, it would be boring if you just saw them all the time.
Yeah, you gotta leave a little bit of mystery.
That's true.
You're like,
I'm sick of them.
God, boobs are still on. You're like, yeah, it's whatever. Let's
I'm
go
bored
to
with
Denny's.
boobs.
Hashtag bored with boobs. Birds of prey.
That'll never happen.
Nope. As long as there's clothes.
That's a senior club up the road, dude. Bored with boobs.
Bored with boobs.
It just doesn't do it for me anymore.
I just don't get it.
I'm gonna go do some gay crime.
Yeah, look at my. Never mind.
My son was cutting lines of coke with my other son, and they became drug lords. But thank God they're not men. What?
Oh,
Stupid.
the world is embarrassing. Like if an alien ever came down and I had to like show all this stuff to an alien, I would be so embarrassed.
Okay, run with that idea. Can you
Yeah.
imagine Sonic seeing the real pop culture? Like if Sonic was fueled by Reddit,
Like
in this
cancel
movie?
culture.
Yeah,
Yeah, he would make that face.
He would ruin the
change from the left Sonic to the right Sonic.
very quickly.
Oh, that wasn't a political statement either.
No.
Oh no, Sonic got red pilled.
No!
Dude, you know what? If he could actually soak in the reality of our society and culture, he would become a villain in no
he would have
time.
left.
I think he would just do this and rings would go everywhere.
Like,
Full recommend. This is I don't want to say it's a great movie, but it was very good.
if you like Sonic the Hedgehog at all, like,
Oh yeah,
it's good.
Go see it for
You'll
sure. If you're a
enjoy it.
'90s kid, go see it. This felt like a '90s movie.
I'm gonna actually say if you're a fan of Jim Carrey,
If you're a fan
Yeah,
of Jim
yeah.
Carrey,
Go see
definitely
it.
go see this.
that's the bigger sell.
No,
for
seriously,
me.
like one of the spoilers, there was a line of dialogue about like breast milk.
Oh my
Or
God.
breastfeeding.
Yeah, it
By
was-
the time you were drinking formula, I was making formulas, and then Cyclops says I was breastfed, and I swear to you, Jim Carrey goes, "Nice."
Yeah, he did go nice.
and then he
Throw
followed
that
it up. He said, "Nice."
That made the final cut.
Well, he went nice. Throw that in my orphan face.
Yeah. Yeah, because he was jealous of boobs at the time that he was breastfeeding.
Yeah, and it felt like an improv for
No, it's
sure.
fantastic, dude. Jim
It was
Carrey, you
good.
rule the world.
I'm amazed they kept that in. Honestly, Like, I'm
Yeah,
glad they
there
did.
was a couple jokes that are a little edgy for a PG movie, and they kept it in.
That's
It was
why.
very well done.
That's why we liked it, right?
Yeah, there were jokes in there for us freakazoids.
They could have gone a little edgier, but like I think it was a good balance for like kids, adults, like nostalgia people who play video games who wanted this desperately.
Yeah. Is Sonic back now? We have Sonic Mania, which is the best Sonic game in decades. The Sonic movie's pretty damn good. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up. Recommend Sonic for sure. Go check it out. Please go support this movie, especially if you took part in getting on the internet and going like, he doesn't look good. Brr. Go send the message to Paramount, to all movie studios, that if you listen, you'll get money.
It's amazing how that works.
And if you lecture us, you will not get money.
Then we'll go commit gay crimes.
Oh, so many gay crimes.
Ready?
Yep, let's go.
Let's go.
It's a gay crime parade. All right, guys, we're going to get out of here. Please subscribe if you want to see more content like this. We're going to get out of here.